Hey everybody, welcome to the G. Louise Book Series channel. I'm Christina, Kristinadeluise. Today we're talking about Witness in Death by J.D. Robb and Nora Roberts. And this is a very, very important book in the series. Very, very important. Okay, so Eve Dallas is a lieutenant in the police and security department with New York. And that's how she sees herself as a cop in her brain. That's it. She's a cop. She's not comfortable in social situations. She's while she's home with Rourke, she's in love. When she's outside of the house, she's forever fighting social stamina about being Rourke's wife or Rourke's cop or stuff like that. And but this book is a very, very important book. Let me get my. All right. So, my first little read is a constant. What are you doing? What? Here you go. Her one of the little chuckles you get each book is her little griping with Summerset. Summerset was waiting for her as his thin-faced dour, his mouth in a flattened line. Lieutenant, you surprised me. You've arrived home in a timely fashion. Don't you have anything better to do than to clock me in and out of here? She tossed her jacket. She stripped off her jacket, tossed it on the new post to annoy him. You could be out scaring small children. Summerset sniffed and, to annoy her, picked up her damp leather jacket with the delicate tips of 2 fingers. He examined it with dark, disapproving eyes. What, no blood today? That can still be arranged. Rourke home yet? Rourke is in the lower level recreation area. Boys and their toys. What's the matter, puppy? Okay, and we get a couple of new characters, a couple important new characters. I'm sorry. Oops. Here, you can go. We get a couple of new important characters in this book. Number 1 is Baxter. That's great, Baxter, but I mean, it's really your lucky day. She pulled a clear file of discs out of her bag. Those gathered from the uniforms and detectives who logged witnesses' names the night of Draco's homicide. You get the grand prize. Run standard backgrounds and probabilities on these individuals. We got to close 3,000 names here. Grab a couple of detectives, a few uniforms if you need them, and get statements. Let's see if you can cut that number in half by the end of the week. He snorted. Very funny, Dallas. I have orders from Whitney to tag somebody for this duty. Tag, Baxter, you're it. And the continuing relationship between Peabody and Charles Monroe. Now, I don't know how much of this would be a spoiler, but Charles and Peabody are just friends. They date socially, they go to events, whatever. And she's the other side with McNabb. Well, not yet, but in the book, her and McNabb grow a little closer. And Eve is still upset with Peabody that she is dating Charles Monroe because of Charles Monroe's profession. And Peabody is old enough to know what she's doing, and Charles is old enough to know what he's doing, but Eve is uncomfortable with it. And Eve unexpectedly runs into Charles while interviewing a suspect, and I'm being paged. Eve runs into Charles while potentially questioning suspects, and Charles divulges to Eve that him and Peabody are just dating socially. And this upsets Peabody when she finds out. There was also a situation that happens with Nadine. Nadine has a situation, and Eve, out of friendship, concern, whatever, logs it as private personal. And this bothers Peabody that she's not kept in the loop. She considers herself Eve's partner or so, whatever, aide. And this bothers Peabody, and this causes, so between the Charles situation and the Nadine situation, Peabody's very upset for the book. So there is character growth. Then 283. Okay, thanks. Hey, Roarke, yes. There's this other thing. McNabb shifted foot to foot on his purple air boots. It's kind of a personal thing. I was going to work around to talking to the lieutenant about it, but well, you know how she is. I know precisely. He studied McNabb's face, felt a stir of pity wrapped around amusement. Women, Ian? Oh, yeah, well, women, I guess. I gotta figure a guy like you know how to handle them as well as you handle electronics. I just don't get women. I mean, I get them, he rushed on. I don't have any problems with sex. I just don't get them. In an intellectual sense, I guess. I see, Ian. If you want me to discuss intricacies and capricious of the female mind, we'll need several days and a good deal of liquor. Yeah, I guess you're right. In a hurry, right now. Actually, time was short. There were a few $1 billion waiting to be shifted, juggled, and consumed. But Roarke eased a hip on the corner of the desk. The money would wait. I imagine this involves Peabody. We're, doing it. Ian, I had no idea you were such a wild, romantic, virtual poet. Roarke's dry tone and McNabb flushing, then grinning. We really amazing sex. That's lovely for both you and Peabody. Congratulations. I'm not sure Peabody would appreciate you sharing that piece of information with me. It's not really about sex, McNabb said quickly, afraid he'd lose his sounding board before he sounded off. I mean, it's because we have a lot of it and it rocks so Megan, that's and all. That's how I figured it would be if I could ever get her out of that uniform for 5 damn minutes. But that's all. Every time we finish, the naked pretzel, I have to bribe her with food or get her going to about a case, or she's out the door, or booting me out if we land at her place. Roarke understood the frustration. He had only one woman ever tried to shake him off. The only woman that mattered, and you're looking for more. Weird, huh? So he tells McNabb to ask her out on a date, to actually go to a movie, or actually go to dinner, or bring her flowers. It's so cute. Okay, so another reason this is important is because Trueheart's back. Trueheart comes back, and he's so happy to be with Eve again. What did I say was? Oh, and Eve beats her computer up. That's fun. That's a fun moment. Where was? Well, all right. Well, Officer Trueheart, how's it going? It's going good, Lieutenant. The suspect is inside. Subject, Eve corrected. We're not calling him suspect at this point. She watched him process the difference in procedure. She could smell rookie on him as clearly as she could smell Feeney's cologne. He's so cute. Troy Trueheart, he's so cute. So we have the situation with our new characters are going to be Troy Trueheart. All right. And Baxter. And character growth with Charles. character growth with Mavis, and Leonardo. It's a really good book, and it's a major book in the series to read. So check it out. It's really enjoyable. It's one of my favorites because of the stuff that happens and the character growth. And Troy gets hurt in a situation. I don't want to give too many spoilers. And his mother's like, "Oh, thank you," and he was like, he got hurt, but Troy wanted to work with the detectives so badly, and he was so happy about it that his mother is so happy about it, and the fact that Eve cares so much for Troy as she does for all the officers in her division, it shows, and his mother can see it. So definitely Baxter and Trueheart, two characters not in the immediate family, because the immediate family would be Rourke, Peabody, McNabb, Mavis, Leonardo, Summerset, Dr. Mira, and then your externals. Well, actually, you could include Nadine in that a little bit. And then the externals would be Whitney and I forgot Feeney. Feeney's definitely in the immediate family budge. And then Baxter and Trueheart come into this here. Please check it out. It's a really good book. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm not fancy like all those other people are. You watch all those channels about gain 1 million subscribers in 30 days, blah, blah, blah. Pay me to help you. Well, that's it. You have to pay them to help you. I'm an amateur. I'm doing this by myself. I've got no gimmicks. What you see is what you get. I'm talking about the books that matter. It's a really, really good series. Please check it out. And please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.